The Forbidden Fruit Part 3. The Banishment of Ifeoma and Ogun. The sun had returned, the rain had fallen, and the village of Umudik had been saved, but peace did not return to Ifeoma and Ogun. The people did not forget. They whispered when Ifeoma walked by. Mothers pulled their children away. The once warm greetings turned to cold silence. She had brought darkness to the land. She had caused the suffering of the elders. One evening, the village elders summoned Ogun and Ifeoma to the sacred shrine. The entire village gathered, their faces filled with anger and fear. The chief priest, a tall and fearsome man with white chalk markings across his face, stepped forward. He raised his staff and spoke in a deep, thunderous voice. "Ifeoma, you disobeyed the gods. You defied the wisdom of the ancestors. Because of you, our land was cursed. Because of you, our mothers, our grandmothers had to make the greatest sacrifice." A murmur rippled through the crowd. Some nodded, others clenched their fists. The air was thick with judgment. Ifeoma knelt before the elders, tears streaming down her face. "I did not mean to bring suffering. I only wanted to know the truth. Why must wisdom be hidden from us? Why must we wait a lifetime to understand?" The chief priest's eyes darkened. "Some truths are too heavy for the young. You were warned, but you chose curiosity over obedience." Then he turned to the crowd. "What do we do with a woman who defies the gods?" A loud voice rang out from the back. "She must go." Another voice, "She does not belong among us anymore." The elders raised their staffs. The verdict was clear. Ifeoma and Ogun, from this moment forward, you are banished from Umudik. You are no longer of this land. Your names shall not be spoken. Your shadows shall not darken our homes. Ogun's eyes widened in shock. "But I am your hunter. I have fought for this village. I have bled for this land." The elders did not look at him. "You chose love over duty, and now you must follow your wife into exile." The villagers stepped forward, their faces cold. Some threw sand at their feet, a symbol of rejection. Ifeoma clutched Ogun's arm, her body trembling. "Where will we go?" she whispered. Ogun tightened his jaw. "Wherever the gods will take us." With only the clothes on their backs and the pain in their hearts, they walked out of the village gates. No one called after them. No one looked back. As they entered the thick forest beyond Umudik, Ifeoma felt the weight of her knowledge pressing down on her soul. She had sought wisdom, but she had lost everything in return. Night fell, and the jungle came alive with the sounds of unseen creatures. Ogun gathered wood and lit a small fire. They sat in silence, the flickering flames casting long shadows on their weary faces. Then Ifeoma broke down. She sobbed into her hands, her body shaking. "I have destroyed us." Ogun pulled her close. "You are my wife. Where you go, I go. If we must start again, then we will." For the first time, Ifeoma wished she had never eaten the fruit. The knowledge she had gained did not bring her happiness. It had taken everything she loved. At that moment, an owl hooted from a tree above them. In the old stories, the owl was a messenger of the gods. Ifeoma looked up at the night sky, her heart aching. "Perhaps this is the true test," she whispered. "Not the knowledge itself, but what we do with it." The lesson was clear. Some wisdom came with a price. Some truths were too dangerous to seek too soon. But even in exile, even in darkness, there was always a way forward. Hand in hand, Ifeoma and Ogun rose at dawn and walked toward the unknown. The past was behind them. Their story was just beginning. Moral of the story: curiosity is powerful, but wisdom requires patience. Not all knowledge leads to happiness. Some truths come with heavy consequences. Love and sacrifice go hand in hand. Even in exile, even in suffering, life gives us a chance to rebuild.